So on the agenda today, I'm going to be doing some paddling for about 2 hours, see how far I get. Going to track it on my GPS app, and I think that'll help me do some canoe trip planning. Then I'll also do a little review of my Evernew 900 titanium pot. I'm using it for quite a while. Great day to be out paddling. Oh, this is way cool. I never get to see these guys very often. There's a bald eagle right up there. It's way cool. That's pretty sweet. I was able to see a bald eagle. You don't get to see those very much around here. They've really made a recovery in Ohio in the last 30 years. I know we were down to like 0. Now there's at least a couple hundred nesting pairs. I chased them down that way. I see them in the tree. I don't know if I can get as close as what I did last time. I was close, probably like 50 feet away. So it's pretty rare, especially around here. Just got done with about 2 hours worth of paddling. Had a lot of fun. Really hungry right now. For lunch today, I got a turkey sandwich. This is a buffalo ranch turkey with Swiss cheese and spicy mustard with whole wheat bread. So it should go down pretty good. Really happy I was able to get out today. It's super nice out. It's like upper 30s, no wind, it's a real calm day, good day to get outside. One of the main things I wanted to do today was get into some paddling practice. I got an upcoming big canoe trip. I'll probably be doing at least a week-long trip with my canoes sometime towards the end of May. So I want to make sure I'm in good shape for that. My arms are used to the paddling and everything like that. And I'm also trying to do some trip planning and route planning right now. And the main thing I wanted to try to figure out is how fast can I go? So I spent the last 2 hours going at a fairly steady pace, stopped a couple times, take some video pictures. There's that bald eagle that showed up, that was pretty cool. But to track myself and see how fast I was going, I used the Gaia GPS app. I've talked about that before. It's spelled Gaia, G-A-I-A. It's a great app. I've never used the tracking feature before, but it's really helpful this time. I logged like a 2-hour track, and let's take a little bit closer look at what the data shows. So here are the results. I was moving for a total of 2 hours and 9 minutes. You can see the speed, altitude, all that kind of stuff. Most importantly for me though is the distance. It's 4.6 miles in about 2 hours, so that equates to about 7.5 kilometers. So now I have an idea that at a steady pace, not going super fast, but something I can keep up all day, how far I can cover. So this is going to really help me out when it comes to trip planning and trying to figure out where and how far I can go per each day. Getting kind of chilly. I've been damp most of the day, so I am going to go and look for a little chunk of wood and get a little bit of tea going here. And I think I found exactly what I want. Nice, pretty sure it's probably maple. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Nice straight day. Whoop. There she goes. It's a little on the punky side. So here's the pot I've been using now for about 3 years on all of my trips. It's my main cooking pot, it's my drinking cup, I use it for everything. This is the Evernew 900ml titanium pot. It comes in at about 4 ounces, and it also includes a little tiny mesh stuff sack. I tried a couple different pots and cups before this, but what I found out is that a lot of cups are taller than they are wide. So when you're trying to heat something, a vertical column of water is a lot harder to heat than something that's short and fat. So this pot is about 2.5 inches tall, but it's about 4.5–5 inches wide. So it warms up considerably quicker. The other thing that helps with its kind of short and fat design is that it's more stable on stoves, and because it's not as tippy. Alcohol stoves fit better. And then I've even noticed things like pocket rockets and bigger stoves like my Primus. A lot of those stoves have a jet that kind of comes out, and if you put a cup on it, all the heat goes away and not up towards the cup. So something that's shorter and fatter like this absorbs more of the heat, which means it warms up quicker, which means you have to carry less fuel, which means you get to eat faster, which is always my #1 priority. So I've also used it with many different stove setups, everything I just listed there: pocket rocket, alcohol stove, the Primus, works fine with all of them. And then I've also used it quite a bit on just open fires on coals. I've had people, it's some common misconception I've seen on forums before that you can't put titanium pots in a fire. That's a complete lie. I don't know where that started, but they make jet airplane engines out of titanium. They're not going to melt in a little campfire. So it's good to go from that standpoint. It does come with rubber stuff around the handles. That I stripped off within about 2 seconds. There's no point in using that. I don't understand what that's for anyways. It would just melt off. So that's done. But other than that, zero modifications. If there was one little thing that I wish it had, it would be that if it had like little loops on the side where I could put a piece of wire and then I could hang it, then it would be like the perfect all-around pot. But other than that, it works really good. The only negatives that I could think of besides the ability that you can't hang is they're a little pricey. I think when I bought it was like $60–70, probably still that much. And also, unlike a lot of the tall skinny cups I'm talking about, like the 700ml like Snow Peak cups or stuff like that, a lot of those will like nest in side pockets. I know people like to get to them quickly. This won't nest. You have to put it in your main backpack. It does take up a little bit of room, but other than that, if you want one piece of camp cookware that does everything, this kind of does everything I need, because I drink out of it. I use it for the rum and the sailor mix at night, and I also cook my dinner out of it. It works quite good. Durability wise also completely holds up just fine. The bottom is a little boingy. Probably overheated it on the Primus one time. But other than that, no problems, no dents, no dings. Even the writing's held up, which I'm kind of surprised on the top. So same with the little mesh baggie. It seems to be just fine. There's one or two little holes, but no big deal. So if you're looking for an all-around pot, you want something lightweight, it's definitely more than enough for one person to eat all their food, like a mountain house or something like that. Yeah, if you have any questions about the pot, let me know. The one cool thing about this pot is you can hold quite a bit of stuff in it. Here's my alcohol stove setup that I've used for years. Foldable fork, mesh aluminum thing, cat can stove, and a fuel bottle. That's probably enough fuel for about 4 or 5 days just eating meals, maybe like one drink. Here's how it nests with my current setup. A little different than the other alcohol system I've used. I'll put a link in the description about what it is. Same titanium fork fits in, little tiny measuring cup, alcohol stove, and the titanium windscreen all fits in there. The only negative with this is the fuel bottle now has to be carried separate. Well, that's about it for today. It was a good day. Nice to get out, saw some wildlife. I have a better idea now of how far to plan my spring canoe trip. At least how much distance I can cover per day, so that's helpful. And then hopefully that pot review helps someone out there in the internets. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you got any questions, please let me know. Ugh.